Hello everybody, and welcome to Let's Play Space Engineers with me, TheDragoclaw. So last time we left off, I was with Space and Operion, and we were building our ship here. Or building our base. So we rushed down to the planet, each in different locations. Operion's over there, Space is below me on the planets. We forgot how planets work, so Space had a bit more daylight than he thought he would, and for some reason so did I. I don't even know why or how, but yeah, the planet's in a weird orbit. Operion's kind of like near the poles, so he gets a lot more sunlight than the rest of us. And we also experienced an earthquake. For some reason, whenever I kept respawning over here, I just kept instantly dying, the ground was shaking. It was a terrible time. I've started taking down some more of the ship. As you can see, it's missing a roof now. If I go on in here, I've taken down basically the entire top half and moved it over into that base over there. And yeah, I had a few more panic moments as well. Like when I took off this catwalk that was here, it fell down here and the whole ship began to shake. But fortunately I managed to grind it to pieces before it actually destroyed everything. And I've made a few more alterations to this. As you can probably see, I've got some solar panels up now. Just a couple over here that I'm feeding into this battery. That battery will charge over time. I've just kind of left it on so that when I'm offline and it's daytime, I'll get a battery charge, hopefully. I've also moved my medbay in here so that we don't have any more earthquakes. This is a much more stable ground, apparently. So yeah, but there is one thing that I need to do, and we started it, I think, in that last episode. I need to build a small craft capable of getting me more resources and flying to Operion and Space Monkey in case we need to like meet each other, you know? So that's what we're going to start on today. Let's see what's got in my inventory. Nothing much. I keep accidentally sneaking. In quite a few games I use shift to sprint. Some games I use control. In fact, I think most games I use control to sprint, and pretty much Minecraft is the only one that uses sprint. Or no, there's one game that uses shift to sprint. It might have been this one, but I just got used to it, and now every time I go to sprint I use shift instead of control, and I always get those two mixed up in most games. But I need a small ship. I don't even need to search for it. There we go. I need construction components? Oh, god damn it. I thought I needed steel plates. I don't know very much about this game. I've played a little bit, like on and off, so I know the basics and everything, but quite a lot of the intricacies elude me, like the necessary use of construction components instead of steel plates for building the base of a small ship. But yeah, I'm just going to get the framework going. It's going to be like a tiny drop pod kind of ship. Just something to move me around and hopefully very fast. I should not have built it this way. I'm immediately going to grind this down and use my buttons to rotate this. Can I rotate it one way? Have I frozen? No. Turn it around, face that way. Really? I can't. I can only rotate it one way. Alright. I'm going to have to be very precise about this, or I'm just going to give up. God damn this. These controls are not intuitive at all. Like, that box up there, I keep it up there so that I can, like, I don't know, look at it to try and get an idea of what I'm doing, but I never use it. I might as well just turn it off. 5. What do I... Okay. I'm going to go into first person mode because it's probably easy to build like this. And I've probably already screwed up. I think I'm gonna have a, how much is that in comparison? It's just so much cheaper to build this cockpit, isn't it? I mean, this one might look better, but screw that. I need it to be able to function cheaply, because I've got not much. Let's try and stick that on there. Oh, I can't because I don't have something. Interior plates. Of course, you need an interior plate to build a bloody cockpit. So most of this episode is just going to be me walking back and forth between two different storage areas, trying to construct a ship of some kind. This is probably going to be incredibly painful for anyone who knows how to play the game that's watching. But I felt it was necessary to do... I can put a cockpit on the station? Why? Anyway, this is going to be painful for anyone who knows how to play the game. Hopefully they won't take it too badly. Hopefully they'll still be alive and can tell me how to play the game better. But beyond that, I felt it was necessary to do a solo commentary at least once, so I can kind of tell you guys what I'm thinking. That looks incredibly difficult to land if I make this too big. Let's hope I don't make it too big. So it's gonna have a door there. Do I want to put anything on my front? Might want to vent. In fact, I'm going to put that on right now so I don't forget. Little vent. I said little vent. Put right there. And then probably completely cover it up with iron blocks. In fact, I suppose it could be the front. There's no reason to put a front little bit on this. I have got design in mind. It's not a really beautiful one. It might cause some people immense distress, but that's kind of what I'm going for. So, you might already be able to see. It's getting a bit triangular. Don't worry, that trend will continue. But as I was saying, I felt it necessary to do a single player or a solo commentary. Just for now, I'll be back with Space and Hyperion. But I wanted to kind of speak about where I hope to go with this design and game. But essentially it's going to be very much like the Minecraft Rainbow Craft series I had on my channel. And still do, I don't know why I said had, but do I want a small reactor on this? Do I want a big one? That's so many 95 reactor components. I've got that, I think. I don't know if a small reactor is going to be enough. I suppose I could put multiple. Supposed to get it off the ground, I might as well have some more reactors. Oh, and I'm going to need to be able to access these. I suppose... I think I'm going to go get the stuff I need to finish this cockpit. Displays, computers and motors. And then I can see where those doors on the back are and I can make sure the doors are touching and everything. But yeah, this is kind of a difficult game to LP. Like, this is a sandbox game, and as you can probably tell, and they're kind of difficult to LP. Like, really difficult, because they're not like any other game where you can just sort of commentate on what you're doing. I mean, I suppose I've been kind of disproving that as I've been doing exactly that for the past few minutes, but it's difficult to do when you're used to just doing something like strategy games where you're just talking about what's happening, what you plan to do, and stuff happens and you can commentate on it. Oh, I forgot displays. I thought I had everything, but I guess I confused metal grids with displays. So yeah, it's difficult. It's not something I'm used to. It's not something I'm particularly good at. There are quite a few people who are good. I do not have enough displays, do I? I really hope I have enough displays. I'll have to grind something down. I think it needs 10. Oh, with certain I do not have enough. I'm still wearing my helmet. God damn it. That's going to be a recurring nightmare. Okay, I did have enough displays. That is good. Yeah, so this is not going to be anything... this is not going to be something I'm good at, so you have to bear with me. Space and I discussed this, I believe, when we were talking nonsense near the end of the last episode, where stuff like, we can't really LP this, we're not very good. Because it's completely different. Like, you wouldn't think it's that different. You think, oh well, you just do exactly what you normally do, but it feels so different. I can't explain it. I don't know why. It just is. I suppose I could put a gyroscope on top here and then something else to balance it out. Storage container? No, I don't want a one unit storage container, I want multiple. And again, this is meant to be just a fast ship. Maybe I'll just stick thrusters on back here. Even though they're kind of meant to go in the wings. Oh well. Let's make sure I have everything like bar thrusters. I need gyro. And wait, that did. Okay, that's an in-case gyro. Okay, don't need care about that. So there's a few mods in this game. I have no idea what any of them really do. I just kind of let appear and put on whatever he wants to put on. I'm perfectly fine with just using vanilla stuff, and I'm probably just going to use vanilla stuff. Let's do a gyroscope there. It didn't really look like a gyroscope when I put it down. But I'll trust it because it says it is a gyroscope. I need a large steel tube. That can be done. Then up there, you know what? Is there anything else I might need something else in there, so I'll try and balance it out with something. But yeah, this is probably just going to be Drago sits down and talks about stuff kind of series. I don't have enough of, well, I have enough of those, but I don't have many of them, because as aforementioned, I'm not that great at it. Because that requires having a topic to talk about, and just sitting down and like, talking to yourself about that topic. Which I suppose is not that difficult, I suppose you just have those conversations in your head all the time. It's just verbalising them that's strange. Whenever you speak about something, I wish I didn't put those metal grids back now, I knew I took them out for some reason. But whenever you have those kind of conversations in your when you speak them aloud, it's completely different to when you have them in your head, because you say stuff and then you realise that you're an idiot. And you're just like, oh yeah, that's why that is that. Which is why it's really good to talk to yourself to figure stuff out. Because sometimes just saying something makes you realise that you're an idiot. Which is a very useful thing, because then, if you realise you're an idiot, no one else points it out. Or you won't make them point it out to you. Which I find is very useful. I should grind down this one. And this one. Oops. Let's fix you up. And let's stick an engine in there. Whoa, careful, don't put it on the station. Okay, that's thrusting the right way. Let's fix it up as best I can. And let's do the same this side. Yeah. Now, in a way, this is a lot more difficult than Minecraft, than I find. Because it's a lot more technical, so you can't really have as much fun with it, in my opinion. In terms of commentary. And that'll have to do for now. This still feels wrong. I know it's not, but it feels wrong. It might be because it is a bit too far out. Maybe I will have to put another one of these there. Oh, no, not a gyroscope. Did I remove my light armor block? I think I did. Put that there. Don't know why I removed that. Also, this game exemplifies how bad I am at just designing stuff. Minecraft tends to do that a bit less. Okay, it's hard to... Oh, God damn it. It's hard to not do something... Well, I won't say that, but... It's easier to screw up in this because it's not just entirely square voxels. This is looking a lot worse than I imagined it in my mind. Don't ask why I typed that when it's in exactly the same position. I don't really know myself. Oh, great. Also, sorry that we're in what appears to be constant nighttime. It just happens to be both times I've logged on, it's been nighttime. In my version of the world. Now I can't walk past it, great. I might have to figure out a solution to that. I also find this game feels very clunky. I don't know if it's just me, but it feels really clunky, and it always has. Not least because of the several crashes it has. And people are going to be like, oh yeah, well, you know, it is in alpha or beta or whatever it's in, but at this point it really isn't. Like, it's been out for so long and it's like, it's had its YouTube debut, I guess you could call it, which is essentially when a game becomes a real game, a real boy. At least that's what kind of my opinion on it. Because I don't think when this game gets fully released, it's gonna have any, like a larger following, if that makes any sense. Like, it's not gonna get another huge bout of followers whenever it goes live. They might get one or two, they might put a few more like ads up, but it's had its like, here's Space Engineers, this is what you can do with it, because it's been all over YouTube, and that kind of in a way determines its release. Because I mean, quite often nowadays games are just constantly in beta, which is fine, kind of. Like, I know why small developers have to do it, so I'm not really necessarily against this. I just feel like you can't keep something in beta for that long. Like, I feel Space Engineers has gone far too long in beta. Like, it should have not been in beta this long. Like, I mean, even if they, like, at first they considered, well, we'll only make it non-beta after we've accomplished these goals. It should change as soon as you would go semi-viral on YouTube. Like, that should change everything. Speaking of changing everything, this design is getting worse and worse every time I add a block to it. But yeah, but that has to change everything. Like, you can't just continue along with development path, even if they just slapped on the, okay, we're released now, back just before planets were released. And then this could be like a huge update. I don't know, maybe it's just convention now. A game's always in quote-unquote beta until developers abandon it. Maybe that's the new way to define whether or not the game has been completed. Is the game still being worked on? I guess it's going to need to be able to go side to side at some point. I'm not sure I like the placement of these engines either. Let's just have that thing go that side, this thing go this side. This doesn't particularly need to be pretty. It's also going to need to be able to take off. I find that's a very useful feature in planes. Being able to go up. I suppose I could stick a wheel on it and have it need a runway. That would really... how amazing would that be, just to appear up at Space Monkey's base like, yeah, space, I'm going to need a runway. Like, I don't know, 20 blocks or so. Just build that real quick. I'll just circle up above you. No, that's fine, I can wait. Yeah, I'm gonna remove that one. Oh crap, I need to remove both of them. I don't really know where I finished that rant about video games and Space Engineers in particular. But hopefully I left it in a good place. Because talking about it is kind of difficult, because there's loads of convoluted opinions, everyone has a different one, and it's a difficult topic to talk about sensibly. Do I want more engines on this? Yes. Do I want them to put one now? Yes, because I've spotted a potentially bad place for them. Never mind. Oh, this game. This is what I talk about when I talk about clunkiness. Like, why can I not jump up this? Why must I take a run up? Where can I put this? I guess I could put it... Oops, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Yes, I could put it on top and set back a little bit. Or maybe on top of here. I think that's what I'm going to do. Stick it on top of there. Use my jetpack to get up here as well. Hopefully this will fly better than my previous designs. I suppose of my two previous flights in Space Engineer's atmosphere in ships of my own design, They both crashed, mostly because of a misunderstanding of physics. I think I've got that nailed down, but do I want to be able to stop going upwards? Maybe. I will stick an engine in the middle there to make sure that I can. Is that on the right way? No, it is not. And if you haven't guessed already, my method for rotating objects in Space Engineers is purely trial and error. Jump up. I don't want to make this go all the way out. I might. Yeah, then I'll have a corner piece come on there, and well, no, I suppose it could keep going out further. Well, no, I don't want to make this take up unnecessary room. Let's bring it across there. That segment is very precariously placed, but whatever, this is Space Engineers, it doesn't really matter. Do I have corner pieces? I do. They're inconveniently on 9. Why did I put them on number 9? Put that there. That means this is going to go. Well, maybe I don't want that to be curved. Yeah, I don't think I want that to be curved. I want that to be... Ah, oh, god damn it, of course. Sometimes I find that third-person mode helps place something. Other times I find it really hinders placing something. Stick that there. And then let's bring that together right there. And now I need to figure out one part of the design I didn't really do in my head, which is where the solar panel's going to be. Because this thing is going to need to be solar powered. Also might be incredibly heavy. There's no real canvas block. That can be like a really light, just structural block. Light armor's kind of that, but it's still armor. I suppose I could just put it on the wings and just make that the artificial reason why this thing has such a wide wingspan, that's the word, because it needs it for the solar panels. Okay, I hope this is gonna fly. I feel like I'm missing crucial parts because it's not taking me nearly as long as I thought it would to get to this point. It's got a vent that needs to be finished, it's got 2 reactors on it, it's probably going to need a battery to store any kind of power from the solar panels. It's going to need some sort of cargo container. I might expand this out a little bit. I suppose I could just make it unusefully wide. I mean, who's that going to inconvenience? Hyperion? Space? Because I'm going to build my platforms around taking unnecessarily wide deliveries of spacecraft. That is not right. That needs to be out one. I even mentioned that to myself in my head. I was like, well, make sure you put it out one. Goodbye, triangle. Come on, let me go. There we go. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. And then I suppose I could even continue this technically. Maybe. I don't think this will break the block, but I'm not gonna try it. I'd kind of like to be able to like cover this up, like have the engines in some sort of sheath. I think that's kind of what the solar panel's going to be. I'm going to stick it onto the kind of the side of that engine and just have it cover the wing. Which is, I don't know, might make it go the other way. That just looks really awkward. I'll figure something out. Get back. Okay, let's get a solar panel and we can actually test that theory right out now. Okay, this is still pretty big. It's actually bigger than I remember it being. Oh, god damn it. I don't even know how I want it. Yeah, kind of like that. Alright. So it's going to need to be right where I don't have a block, I'm guessing. Yeah. And like right at the end of that engine. That's not good. Can I just stick it on the end here? I can, but I'm standing in the place it would be. That's what it would look like. That's not good at all. It completely destroys the purpose of this wing. To look cool. Am I just gonna have to... I don't want to like stick it on the back there, because that also kind of ruins what I was going to do with the rest of the design. This thing really needs to not be solar powered. And also a lot bigger and have a better purpose than just to fly me about. You know, at one point it might like give it a better purpose. Wondering why I took that off, it's because it didn't quite match up with the lining. I can go there. I can rotate. There. So yeah, a lot of this series is going to be just laid back talking. That holds true even when there are other commentators here, because I expect we'll all be doing exactly the same thing. Hopefully I want to make contact with everyone before I do another co-op stuff, another co-op episode. Just because I think it's better if we are all together when we're recording all together. I suppose I could stick it on the top of this thing. Kind of have like a solar sail mullet. That would be only one solar sail though. Is it really just not lining up? That might be the only option, which is a shame. I suppose that's what it's going to have to be for now. I'll get some girders and some solar panels, then I'll put the battery kind of like down. Oh no, I can't put it there because of my engines. I might have to move those engine positions. Which really sucks. I might just redesign all of this. So that the wings actually look decent. And B, put a sail on it somewhere. Oh boy. Yeah, so this is basically how this rest of the series is gonna go. So I'm gonna take a quick break off camera here, and I'm gonna sort this shit out. So I'll be right back. How do I pause recording on this thing? Oh, I can't. I'm using OBS. Damn it. That's one of the reasons I don't use OBS. Oh. Okay, we're doing it live. Again. So I guess remove these engines and stick them somewhere else. I might just have to yeah, I'm gonna remove all the engines then, real quick. Let's remove all the engines. I knew that was gonna happen. I can't jump up here, really, I cannot jump up there. I can't wait until I can reliably have well, I suppose I can now reliably have a source of hydrogen. Just start mining ice and snow and stuff. I can't wait until I can be bothered to get a reliable source of hydrogen, so I can jet back around all I want, do whatever I want, whenever I want. Let's just fill that up. It'd be a kind of nice idea if I could fill up these holes with engines, but in Space Engineers, oh no shit, it's this small, it's just not feasible. Unfortunately, also in Space Engineers, it doesn't look very good when you put them anywhere else. Suppose I could put them on the bottom. No one will really see the bottom, except people below me, and who cares about them? They are, by default, or by definition, not very important. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm going to do. Now I might put 2 backwards engines on the front either side of this vent, because that's what you want right next to your engines, a vent. Or other way around, that's what we want. Well, I suppose it doesn't really matter too much. I mean, the end of it might get a bit hot, but that's kind of what they're designed to do. We really don't want next to your engines vented and intake. Which, I guess this kind of is, seeing as it allows me to breathe inside here. So I'm going to be breathing jet fuel. This platform was a bit too small. Okay, I didn't want to land that side anyway. We've got 76% hydrogen. That should be enough. Alright, engine. Let's, yep, that's totally how a jet engine should be positioned, with nothing near the intake, except my supply of oxygen. It also kind of looks like cannons, so it's innately more awesome. And one there, in terms of thrusters. I might even just make this like wing shape even bigger. And it'll be just so awesome because people are like, oh my god, that ship's so big, what's it do? And I say, it moves me from place to place. Kind of just like my car. No, come back! Oh god damn it, I think I'm gonna touch something with my toes. I'm just trying to grind something and you kick it down the mountain. I kind of like those cheese rolling contests. Like this kind of drop cheese down the mountain. I bet that's how it started. Someone dropped a wheel of cheese down the mountain. They're trying to eat it because they ran out of health when they were fighting a troll, and they've only played Bethesda games in their life. So they dropped their cheese and they started chasing after it. And then it became a contest because people thought that was fun. Why can I not grind? Server? Okay, I might have to crouch. Maybe if I crouch I can get... yeah, really close. I can almost phase into this block. Oh, there we go. Don't block, let me phase into you. There we go. And where am I going to put my uppies and my downies? Which, apart from names for drugs, are my cluster things. I don't really know. Oh, did I have to finish that? Oh no, I didn't. I just didn't weld it very well. This is going to be a really long episode. In fact, I might just... I was going to say I might just cut it here, but... you know, that's probably a good idea, because I need to redesign this, I need to... there's a lot still left to do, so, I guess this is where I'm going to leave it off. Yeah, so let me know how you feel, what you think about this, if you want to give me topics for talking about, that might help as well. But I hope you're enjoying the series, it seems to be getting good reception, and I will see you next time.